Prosthetics. Oxford Dictionary define it as an artificial body part, a prosthesis. A prosthetic is a foreign body part, which is pretty much what Oxford called it. Prosthetics help people who have lost limbs get around and live their lives, and this video is dedicated to these medical miracles. The creation of prosthetic limbs began in ancient Egypt, where an Egyptian noblewoman had a prosthetic toe made of wood and held together by leather. This was the first sighting of this sort of medical breakthrough. Did you know this big toe carries 40% of your body weight? This fact just shows how important this one sighting was for the future of prosthetics. Through the Middle and Dark Ages, lost limbs were frowned upon in the world, so prosthetic limbs were made rather for vanity than comfort and everyday use. This was the staple for prosthetics until the 1500s with the creation of the modern prosthetic limb by the father of prosthesis, Ambroise Paré.
Paré was an official royal surgeon for 4 different kings. It all started when he practiced medicine on the battlefield. He wanted to find a solution for the soldiers who had lost their limbs and would rather take their own lives than live without a body part. Paré's solution for this was what is now known as the modern prosthetic limb. The design he created is still used as a base for modern prosthetics today.
There are 3 main ways prosthetics are powered. One is body powered, where your body controls it. The second way is body control, which has buttons and switch. The third way is myoelectric, which is most decent. Myoelectric limbs are powered by the muscles in your existing limb. There are different types of materials, such as plastic, polished, diamond, foam, and clay. They talk to the patients to learn more about them and their designs. Then they puncture an existing muscle with a needle. These needles exist in their limbs so they can figure out how and if their prosthetics work on them correctly. Prosthetic limbs have become so advanced that patients can walk without a limb. They also can play sports such as track and tennis. How cool is that? Some causes of prosthetics are many types of trauma, circulatory dysfunction, atherosclerosis, and lots of other many issues. Most people get prosthetics when they are 60 or older, but some babies have them. The main issue with prosthetic comfort are from the stump and socket snugness. Another comfort issue is if you gain weight or lose weight. It might change the tightness of the prosthetic, which per Bryn Mawr's prosthetics don't have issues with. Prosthetics are very expensive, so some low-cost alternatives are plastic and can be made water-resistant. Some other low-cost benefits that work partially will be made in the future. Also, normal-cost prosthetics for unathletic people. Another interesting fact is in the future, surgeons would like to connect bionic prosthetics to the lower limb. One thing to help patients' psychological effect is patients having bionic control to their prosthetic, because patients feel stressed about their money loss, and the new body part feels foreign. They want it to look exactly like their old body part. Surgeons do this by implanting hemostasis in the nerve, which has to be meticulous to not have trouble signaling or having risk of the patient getting sick. They then place the electrodes in the nerve after mapping it. This is a very fragile procedure, so you have to secure it in 3 different ways. Another version of the prosthetic surgery was created by Per Bryn Mawr. He created the surgery for artificial teeth, which led to many other surgeons doing this, but he decided to focus on leg and arm prosthetics instead. His surgery for this is to connect the prosthetic to the skeleton. It has risk of infection, so most older people do not have this surgery.
Just like humans, animals are able to have limb replacements like prosthetics too. Although these new life adjustments can affect their life in a very negative way. Prosthetic limbs can shorten their lifespan. One cause is their weight. Some rescuers will try to save wild animals and heal their wounds. Say, a bald eagle loses his upper beak to a fence. People might have to take the upper beak and get a replacement for it. After a while of rehabilitation, the animal will be set back in the wild.
Prosthetics were, and still are, expensive. In the olden days, peg legs and hook hands were only able to be afforded by the richest, but the user could at least fight in battles. Samuel Decker created his own prosthetics. 1900s pioneers began an idea of special false arms. These arms could hold shields, reins, and quills. Nowadays, prosthetics are extremely expensive. Most people get prosthetics if their limb is cut off or they have problems inside their body that makes it need to be amputated. But some people get prosthetics for free. Matters their insurance or what happened. How do you feel the best feature of your prosthetic is?
I can walk. I can stand on my toes.
How do you take it on and off?
Do you want me to just tell you? Yeah. Okay. So I have a suspension liner that comes all the way up to my thigh up here, and so when I take it off, I roll that all the way down to here. See that?
How do you take it on and off?
And so I just do the reverse when I put it on.
If you could change one thing about your prosthetic, what would it be?
To not cause as much pain. To not be as heavy. So I can actually do anything you want me to. I can stop, I can back up. If I took my, you want me?
What type of amputations do you have?
I have a below the knee amputation.
Can you tell us, how much was your prosthetic?
I actually was really lucky I don't have to pay for it, so I don't really know. I know they're very expensive though.
Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
How much does a prosthetic usually cost?
A lot. And it's funny because I don't have any say in how much they cost, but they're pretty expensive. I mean, like a fairly inexpensive one's probably about $6,000, and a really expensive one, like something like this, might be like $40,000. So it's a lot of money, but that's why people have what they call health insurance. So that'll kind of help pay for.
I hope through this presentation you have learned the true importance of these medical breakthroughs. Goodbye and good day. Brady Griffin, Elena Marceau Greger, Kendra Lacey, and Ryan Allred.